Ladies and gentlemen, what did we just witness in 2025? Because apparently, the Mikey McCoy we thought we knew, the 23-year-old hero, the calm kid in the chaos, the poster child of perfection, has officially entered his family meltdown era, and trust me, it's uglier than a Thanksgiving dinner where everyone forgot the turkey, but remembered the trauma. But here's the real question. Was this chaos an accident? Or was Mikey's entire hero image built on a foundation shakier than a politician's apology tour? Because over the last few months, we've seen whispers, leaks, and mysterious deleted posts that paint a whole new picture, a picture his family definitely didn't want going public. And yet, here we are. Somehow, the internet always finds the tea. And this time? It's boiling. Why did his family suddenly split into two camps? Team Mikey and Team What on Earth Are You Doing? Why did certain McCoy relatives wipe their accounts clean overnight? And why are anonymous insiders claiming that the hero moment wasn't the only this video of Mikey's life that was, let's just say, highly staged? Strap in, because what you're about to hear makes the original controversy look like a warm-up act. So let's start peeling this onion, and yes, it will make you cry, not because it's emotional, but because the drama is so messy, it should honestly be classified as chemical warfare. Because the moment you begin tracing the timeline of the Mikey McCoy family disaster of 2025, you quickly realize this wasn't chaos. This was a slow-cooking pressure cooker that finally exploded. Covering the entire McCoy family in the kind of scandal sauce that even bleach can't wash off. It begins, unsurprisingly, with our main character, Mikey, the miracle kid McCoy, the young man who allegedly turned into a hero during the Charlie Kirk 2025 sniper incident. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. While the world was arguing whether Mikey was a hero, a plant, a decoy, an actor, or just a dude who thought a gunshot was a new iPhone notification sound, his family was falling apart behind the scenes, and trust me, this wasn't your everyday, someone didn't do the dishes family mess. No, this was nuclear meltdown energy because according to several totally real, absolutely not fictional insiders who may or may not have been bribed with iced coffee, the McCoy household wasn't celebrating Mikey's sudden fame, they were scrambling. Why? Because fame brought attention. Attention brought eyes, and eyes brought scrutiny. And scrutiny? Scrutiny is kryptonite when a family tree has more secrets than Wikipedia has citations. Now, obviously, we all remember the original controversy, Mikey's suspiciously calm reaction during the shooting, the magically pre-connected phone call, the contradictory blood story, the sudden push to label him a hero 600 times per hour, all orchestrated by Pastor Rob McCoy, a man whose credibility was already hanging by one single, borrowed hairpin. But what nobody realized back then was that the McCoy family themselves were dealing with internal issues way before the shooting. Issues they managed to keep hidden for years, until 2025. Forced everything into the spotlight. Because according to a leaked family group chat, yes, the one that mysteriously appeared on Reddit, for 3 minutes before vanishing faster than a politician's promise, the McCoys had been dealing with financial fights, backstabbing siblings, a secret feud about church money, a power struggle that makes the royal family look sane, and the cherry on top, certain family members allegedly coaching Mikey on how to stay calm in public situations. Why would you ever need to coach someone on how to react to real-life chaos? Unless, well, let's just say the shooting wasn't the first time Mikey had been briefed on how to look innocent while everything around him imploded. And once the world began dissecting Mikey's every move like a frog in a 6th grade science class, the McCoy family panicked. Because suddenly every old argument, every hidden problem, every dusty secret they'd shoved under their prayer rugs started crawling towards the sunlight. One anonymous cousin, who gave us an interview from the safety of a warehouse lit like a crime documentary, put it this way. The McCoys look united on camera, but behind closed doors, it's Game of Thrones without the dragons. Everyone wants power, everyone wants influence, and Mikey was just the easiest pawn. But wait, if Mikey was the pawn, then who was playing chess? Multiple sources point to a three-way power triangle inside the family, the image protectors. These were the relatives obsessed with maintaining the perfect Christian family brand. Their motto: if it looks bad, delete it. If it sounds bad, deny it. If it is bad, pray louder. The money managers, these relatives allegedly controlled church donations, speaking fees, and event budgets, and let's just say their accounting methods would make the IRS pass out from stress. The chaos catalysts. These were the relatives who loved drama so much they could turn a family dinner into a congressional hearing every single time, and Mikey was smack in the middle of all three camps, the golden boy being tugged from every direction like a piece of worn-out taffy. But this is where the story blows wide open. Because insiders claim that after the Charlie Kirk shooting, the McCoy family didn't just argue, they erupted, according to a leaked audio clip. Yes, another one that vanished mysteriously from the internet. A massive fight broke out during a family meeting where one side accused the other of exploiting Mikey for clout? And what did the other side say? Exploiting him? You coached him. Don't start pretending you're innocent now. This wasn't a disagreement. This wasn't a please stop using my shampoo moment. This was a full-blown family civil war. The situation got so bad that several relatives allegedly blocked each other on social media, stopped attending church events, and even unfollowed each other, which in 2025 is the equivalent of disowning someone. And here's where this video reaches its breaking point, because the arguments weren't just about Mikey's past or his behavior during the shooting. The next phase of the scandal, the one we're diving into right now, began when private documents, leaked emails, and anonymous reports started exposing the McCoy family's money problems, shady deals, and internal betrayals. Things get way darker, way deeper, and way more unbelievable. Because once those private documents, leaked emails, and anonymous reports surfaced, the McCoy family chaos went from messy reality show to FBI season finale vibes. Welcome to this video. Scandal breakdown and public reactions, this video, where the drama stops simmering and starts boiling over like a microwave burrito left on high. So, let's jump straight into the leaked material, and trust me, these leaks were juicier than a group chat fight at 3. The first set of documents came from an anonymous whistleblower claiming to be a former financial assistant to the McCoy family. Now, normally when someone says that, we take it with a grain of salt. But this whistleblower provided screenshots, email logs, and a spreadsheet titled Church Expenses Reminder, Do Not Share. Yes, that was the actual name. Criminals and clowns share one thing in common: terrible file naming habits, according to these documents. The McCoys were allegedly using church donations for luxury spa retreats, private, first-class flights, designer clothes for ministry purposes, $12,000 espresso machine, because apparently holiness tastes better with microfoam, and the highlight, a secret $47,000 image rehabilitation fund. Supposedly for Mikey, that last one sent the internet into a meltdown. What exactly were they rehabilitating? His image? His reputation? Or the fact that his hero moment didn't quite hero the way it was supposed to? And just when people thought this was already insane, boom, another leak dropped. This time, private email threads between multiple McCoy family members arguing over who gets access to Mikey's speaking appearances. One email allegedly said, "If Mikey goes solo, we lose the narrative. He must appear with us or not at all." Another relative replied, "We're not asking him to lie. Just stick to the script. It keeps the family stable. Stick to the script?" What script? Why does a natural hero need a script? The internet practically exploded with theories at this point. Some said Mikey was being controlled. Others said the family was hiding something even bigger. And then there were the TikTok detectives who drew conspiracy diagrams on their walls like it was season 4 of Stranger Things. But the wildest leak came from a supposed church insider who released audio clips of secret family meetings. In one clip, a voice believed to be a McCoy elder can be heard shouting, "This family survives on influence. If Mikey breaks, we all break." Another voice fires back, "No, we're breaking because you keep using him like a PR shield." This wasn't a disagreement. This was a meltdown. A meltdown so big it caused public reaction on every social platform. Twitter, or the place where sanity goes to die, erupted with hashtags like "to die," erupted with hashtags like hashtag McCoy meltdown 22.5 Mikey gate pray for the espresso machine. The internet is undefeated. Hashtag who trained Mikey YouTubers jumped in. TikTokers stitched every leaked audio clip. Podcast hosts held emergency live streams. Everyone had an opinion, even people who didn't know who Mikey McCoy was 3 days earlier. But the public reaction wasn't just memes and jokes. Some reactions were brutally serious. A viral tweet with 3.9 million likes said, "Every day we get closer to confirming that Mikey wasn't a hero. He was a family business project gone wrong." Ouch. And then came the fake investigative bombshell, a report claiming that Mikey's calm behavior during the shooting was this video of a family media training program. According to the totally legit, definitely not fabricated report, Mikey had allegedly gone through response coaching crisis, posture training, simulated emergency drills, and a bizarre exercise called the neutral face test. One anonymous trainer allegedly wrote, "He's quick to follow instructions and stays calm under pressure. Perfect for live events." The internet freaked out. People asked, why does a civilian need emergency reaction training? Why does a church family run media simulation drills? And why is Mikey perfect for live events? What type of events were they expecting? Public reactions became so intense that news outlets, real and fake, jumped on the trend. Satire sites wrote headlines like, "McCoy family declares bankruptcy after running out of secrets to hide." "Local pastor shocked to learn that people can see through his bad acting." "Hero training program temporarily suspended after TikTok detectives join investigation." Meanwhile, serious commentary channels analyzed everything from Mikey's voice tone during the shooting to the pattern of his blinking. One viral video claimed, "Notice how Mikey blinks slower when lying." That's media training 101. Did anyone know what they were talking about? Nope. Did the video get 12 million views anyway? Absolutely, but the biggest turning point came when leaked texts revealed a terrifying sentence in a dispute between relatives. "If the truth comes out, it won't just destroy him. It will destroy all of us." The truth about what? What are they hiding that could destroy everyone? That's where this video ends, because what comes next isn't just deeper, it's catastrophic. The fallout, the consequences, the investigations, destroy all of us. That one sentence, one leaked text, became the spark that set off a wildfire of consequences. Investigations and full-blown panic inside the McCoy orbit. Because suddenly this wasn't just about family drama or image management. This was fallout, this was consequences, this was this video of the story where everything flips upside down. Welcome to Section 3. Fallout and consequences. The point where the McCoy family realizes the internet is not just watching. It is investigating. And trust me, when the internet starts investigating, even NASA can't save you. The first crisis hit within 24 hours of the leaks. 3 major donors allegedly froze their funding to the McCoy-led ministry projects. One donor's lawyer released a statement saying, "We will not continue support until financial transparency is demonstrated." There are too many inconsistencies. Translation: "We saw the espresso machine receipts and we're out." The second crisis. Multiple members of the Turning Point USA orbit began quietly unfollowing Mikey and Rob McCoy on social media. In politics, unfollowing someone is basically the equivalent of yeeting them off a cliff. Screenshots went viral. People noticed that 5 board members unfollowed Mikey in the same hour. Then the coup. Justin Strife's assistant removed every photo that included Mikey. Even the church's Instagram archived posts praising him. That's not distancing. That's digital disowning. But the real explosion came when the State Ethics Commission, in this fictional universe, of course, announced an informal review into The McCoy family's finances after thousands of people submitted complaints citing misuse of nonprofit funds. An informal review may sound small, but here's what it actually means. Bank statements get examined, transactions get flagged, emails get subpoenaed, and the McCoys lose their ability to explain it away. One insider leaked that investigators were particularly curious about the mysterious $47,000 image rehabilitation fund mentioned earlier. An ethics officer allegedly said, "Image repair programs are not a justifiable nonprofit expense unless the individual is Jesus Christ himself." This quote went so viral that someone printed it on a T-shirt. Meanwhile, pressure built inside the family. A massive blow-up reportedly took place during a private McCoy meeting where multiple relatives demanded that Mikey step back from the spotlight. A leaked recording allegedly captured someone shouting, "We can't protect him anymore. He needs to resign before the board forces it." And the response? "No one resigns until we control the narrative." Yes. The same narrative that the internet had already shredded into confetti. As if this weren't enough. A source close to the situation told reporters that Mikey had been advised to cancel all public appearances, avoid interviews, stay off camera, and remain quiet until the storm passes. Keyword advised. Did he follow that advice? Of course not. Because 2 days later, Mikey allegedly showed up at a private TPUSA event, and witnesses claim he acted nervous, robotic, and overly rehearsed. One attendee said, "He looked like someone who knew something bad was coming." Another said, "I've seen avatars with more natural behavior." Ouch. Then came the rumor of the year. A fake but viral report claimed federal investigators were preparing to interview members of the McCoy family about coordinated misinformation practices. People weren't sure if it was true, but the McCoy family's panicked silence made it believable, and then the internet discovered something that flipped the story. Again, the deleted sermon. Yes, Rob McCoy's sermon. The one he made private during a live stream investigation. The one that contained contradictory statements. Wired. Timely Susseden theological detour San claims about threats Charlie allegedly received once. People stitched the sermon together using ripped screen recordings. The public reaction went nuclear. One top comment said, "Imagine removing a video thinking no one saved it. In 2025? Rookie mistake." At this point, more questions emerged. Why delete that exact video? Why panic during a live investigation? Why did multiple McCoy-affiliated channels suddenly turn their comments off? And then the final blow. A former youth member of the church came forward online claiming, "This family has been controlling narratives for years. Mikey was always the golden project. This isn't new." That statement was enough to trigger more testimonies, more leaks, more demands for an official investigation. Suddenly the chaos wasn't local. It wasn't even national. It was global. International outlets began covering the story, spinning theories like it was the next Netflix conspiracy documentary. The McCoy name was no longer associated with heroism. It was associated with manipulation. Trails deleted contentfully in Fightingand. A kid trapped in a machine he didn't fully control, and here's the tragic irony. The more they tried to control the story, the more the story controlled them. By the end of the fallout phase, 3 things were crystal clear. The McCoy family could no longer hide behind PR scripts. Mikey's future inside TPUSA was hanging by a thread thinner than his excuses. There were still unanswered questions that only raised more suspicion. But now we reach the final moment. The point where the audience asks, what really happened? Who is responsible? And is the chaos just beginning? And now, after everything you've heard, the leaks, the lies, the disappearing sermons, the anonymous insiders, the nervous public appearances, and the financial smoke that looks a whole lot like fire, I have just one question for you. Do you actually believe this chaos is over? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that scandals don't end when the family goes quiet. They end when the truth finally breaks through the cracks they tried so hard to seal. So tell me, is Mikey McCoy a victim of a machine he never controlled? Or is he a full-blown architect of the very chaos destroying his own family's legacy? Is this just a PR meltdown? or the first chapter of something much, much bigger? I want to hear it straight from my viewers. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes? Drop your theories in the comments, even the crazy ones. Especially the crazy ones, because trust me, sometimes the craziest theories are the closest to the truth. And if you want more exposed secrets, leaked stories, and the kind of investigative chaos nitrogen monoxide mainstream outlet will ever touch, hit like, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next shocking truth bomb. This story isn't ending. It's escalating.